What's up guys, this is Connor with Guns and Stuff, and today I want to talk about one of my personal favorite Glocks. This is the Glock 26. This is a Gen 4. I've had this gun for a couple years now. This has been my EDC, but you know, I like to get the guns hot, so what we're going to do is we're going to put 66 rounds through this gun. Let me put my ear in real quick. 66 rounds through it, and then we'll talk about it. But just to show you guys this gun works, we're going to go hot. And this is a Glock magazine. I have some 12 round P mags. Tactical magazine pouch, my pocket. This is a 12 round Magpul P mag. See if it works. Works fine. What do we got here? We got another, this is a 10 round with a little pinky extension. Another P-Mag. Another Glock mag. And then another P mag. And you can see it ran flawlessly. So let's go to the tabletop and talk about the Glock 26 and why I like it so much, and maybe why you will like it. Alright guys, so as you saw, the Glock 26 worked great. If my calculations are correct, I've been carrying this gun as my everyday carry for just about 2 years, maybe a hair under 2 years. I used to shoot this gun a lot before I had my Glock 17, because at one point this was the only Glock that I had. So I've shot it quite a bit. I don't know a total round count for this particular gun, but this was a rental gun at a range, the range that I work at. This was a rental gun before it was mine. So this gun, and I know for a fact this wasn't one of our most popular Glocks because it's not a Glock 19, but this gun has had a good amount of rounds through it. If I had to throw a ballpark of the amount of rounds I've put through it, I would say probably 2,500, probably 3,000 max if I had to guess. So yeah, this gun's been used, and you can see I've got some wear inside and just some nicks and dings and scratches and stuff. So reliability with this gun has been good, except with, and now any semi-automatic this will happen, but smaller guns typically are more prone to failing because of limp wristing, and this gun is no exception. There's been a couple times where I've brought new shooters, and you know, they're kind of being too soft with it and the gun will malfunction. And the same thing with me. I've done it in the past, made this gun malfunction just because I'm not holding it quite as tight as I should be. That's just one thing, and I'll show you that here. So regarding limp wristing with this gun, like I said up there, typically smaller guns are a little bit more prone to failing because of limp wristing. So I have a 12 round Glock magazine here. I'm gonna just try to get a really loose grip and see if we can make the gun malfunction, because I have seen this gun do that in the past a couple times. So let's go ahead and load up, and I'm just gonna try to be really, I guess really soft with the gun, I guess, and see what happens. There's one. Try it again. Now I'm like over exaggerating this limp wristing, as you can see how I'm really not holding the gun properly at all. This is user error. I would say this is not the gun, this is the user. So let's try it again. I want to hold it a little bit tighter. Now it's cycled fine. And now you can see this grip is awful, so Again, this is an over-exaggeration. You have to hold the gun properly. I mean, with the high grip, nice and firm. But I just wanted to show you that, in my experience, this gun is kind of sensitive to limp wristing. When I've shown new people how to shoot and they shoot this, they might not be holding it tight enough. That's user error. I don't think that's a mechanical issue. So just to show you guys it works, I have a few more rounds. Hold it nice and tight like you should. And the gun works absolutely fine. So we are clear. What I really like about the Glock 26 is just the size. So let's get a Glock 26 mag. So this is a 10-round magazine plus one in the chamber. So this gun here, this size, is 10 rounds plus one. Now, I'm gonna bring in the Glock 43, which is clear. This is the extended magazine. I wish we had the flush one, but you can see the only real difference between these two guns, let's go here, is thickness. So this is pretty much a double stack version of the Glock 43. What I like is the size ratio to the capacity. So a gun this size can hold 10 rounds plus one. It's nice and small. Now here is a Glock 19. We are not loaded. So difference here would be the length of the grip. Again, let's get the Glock 17 out of here. So you can see there, the 19 has a longer frame. Now, I'm not saying the Glock 19 is a bad gun. It's a great gun. It's probably the most popular gun in the country. But when it comes to concealed carrying, I myself, with what I wear and my lifestyle, I cannot get away with carrying a Glock 19. I had one for a while. I tried to conceal carry it, and I couldn't. The grip is just too long. To me, the Glock 26, that smaller grip, it's shorter, like a whole finger, really. I like this gun because it's much easier to conceal for me. Now, that being said, if I could carry this, I would. 15 rounds plus one beats 10 plus one any day. But just with my experience, this is a much easier gun to carry. I can carry this gun all year round. I can carry it in the summer, fall, spring, winter. I probably could get away with this gun in the winter, but I don't. I have a Glock 17 and a Glock 26. So, left is the Glock 43, right is the Glock 26. And again, the main difference is thickness. So you can see this gun is a little bit thicker than that one. Let's go up like this. Let's try to get them as even as we possibly can. And this one looks bigger because I have the big beaver tail, but so there's that. Put the 43 aside. Let's grab the Glock 19. There's that. This is a Gen 5, so that flared magwell kind of makes it look a little bigger than it really is. So that's Glock 19, that's Glock 26. Let's go up here. So there you go. Width on these is the same. The 19 just has a little bit longer barrel, and then the biggest significance to me is the width of the length of the grip, excuse me. So let's go ahead and grab the Glock 17 just for comparison's sake. Kind of a weird angle, but there's Glock 17, Glock 26. Get this as straight as I can. So huge difference on the length of the grip there. And in my experience, the length of the grip is usually what gives people away when they're carrying. The length of this, because imagine if someone had a huge long gun or a long magazine in there, you would see it. And the next thing would be the width. In my experience of seeing people come in and out of the range, the main thing that gives a person away when they're carrying is the length of the grip. And that's why I like the 26 so much. It's nice and short. Now granted, that still is only 10 rounds plus one. But I've had a lot of good luck carrying this gun. And this is one of my favorites. Now the thing that's nice about the Glock 26 is you can, and take this with a grain of salt, you can make this gun bigger but you can't really make the Glock 19 smaller. So let's take this mag out. So like perfect example, the 12 round Glock magazines, and also notice before we do this, your pinky does hang off this gun. I don't think that's a big deal. This is a carry gun. It's gonna be in my holster more than shooting it. Now, I'm not saying you don't wanna practice with your carry gun, but I think anybody can get good with anything as long as they practice. So if you practice shooting this with your pinky hanging off and that flush 10 round mag, I think you can do it. I mean, yes, these are easier to shoot just because there's a little bit more to hold on to, but you can still do it. But anyways, put the 12 round magazine in there. You can get your pinky on there. It doesn't quite feel like a Glock 19, but it feels pretty darn close. Just that back is a little bit shorter. So being that the Glock 26 is a double stack Glock, it will accept its own magazines, obviously. So like a regular 10 round Glock magazine, or it'll accept any double stack Glock magazine. So like this is a Glock 17 Gen 5 mag. It'll fit and work in the Glock 26. So if you're into that, it's something that this gun has going for it. Now, sure, it's gonna be kind of weird because you don't have a grip there, but there's some companies that make like wraps. I'm not really into that, but if it's a big deal to you, that is a thing you can do. And then obviously Glock 19 mags will work as well, and even the long 33 or 30 round mags or whatever will work. So that's another cool thing about the 26. I like the Glock 26 because it's small, it's compact, it's a Glock. Whether you like them or not, they're durable, they're reliable. The one thing with this is it's kind of, I mean, like I said earlier, any semi-automatic gun is prone to failures because of limp wristing, but the smaller guns, the more compact ones seem to be a little bit more sensitive to it in my experience. You can make this gun bigger if you'd like. You can put the small round or small magazine in to carry it like that. I really like the Glock 26. I always have, and a lot of people give me crap because, again, it's not a gold standard Glock 19. For me, the Glock 19 isn't the gold standard. I mean, it's a great gun. I've had one in the past. I don't have one anymore. If I'm going to go to the range and shoot, I would rather have the Glock 17. And on my waist, I would much rather have the Glock 26 just because, again, it's easier for me to conceal, which to me, that's what this gun is for. It's a concealed carry gun that you can make bigger if you need to. I mean, you're not going to make the barrel bigger. You're not going to make the sight radius bigger, but you're going to make that capacity larger. You're going to have more rounds, and you're going to have a little bit more to hold on to. I think it's a great gun. A lot of people don't like it just because when they pick it up, their pinky hangs off and they automatically throw it aside like, oh, I need my pinky on the gun. Well, I don't think you do, especially if it's a carry gun. It just depends what you practice with. It depends what you want to get good with. So yeah, guys, Glock 26, it's a cool gun. I've been carrying it for a while. I think I'm going to be changing this for a Gen 5, and the only reason is because I'm a lefty, and I like having that ambidextrous slide stop here. I do have a Gen 5 Glock 17, which I shoot, admittedly, a lot more than this, so I'm just used to it. So whenever I go to this, it's just kind of like, oh, where's that slide stop? That's really the only reason. If Gen 5 wouldn't have come out, I mean, I would definitely still carry this. So yeah, guys, just a little update on the Glock 26. Again, round count, I have no idea. It was a rental gun before, and we don't log our rounds at the range. I don't know. I would say I'd probably put, like I said earlier, 25 to 3,000 rounds, maybe on the lower end of that through this gun. The only malfunctions I've had are when either me or somebody else gets too loose up here, and it causes malfunctions. And that demonstration I did earlier was an exaggeration, but I just want to show you guys it does happen. So yeah, guys, if there's any other questions you have, please leave it down in the comments below. Thanks for watching the video, and we'll see you in the next one.